Hi again, doulas. I'm going to talk about hand hygiene, which sounds like a super basic thing, but it's really important for doula work. Wash your hands. First thing, every time you go into a client's space, every time you do a task for a client, wash your hands. You're going to wash your hands so much doing doula work. I'm going to take off my jewelry because jewelry can trap germs. It's hard to clean. Also, I love my jewelry and I don't want it covered in soap all day long over and over. And rings make it harder to get gloves on and off. So I don't wear jewelry when I'm doing doula work. So to wash your hands, you need at least 20, say 30 seconds minimum. And you're going to wash your hands right up to here, between the fingers, the backs of the hands, the front of the hands. It's a good idea to have short nails. Fingernails also can trap germs and dirt and all kinds of things. Or if you have long nails, make sure you have access to a nail brush. Maybe you're going to carry one around in a little Ziploc in your birth bag or your postpartum doula bag. Once you've washed your hands, you rinsed off the soap, wash them really thoroughly, and then you're going to dry them thoroughly. And then that might be enough. You might be ready to go to work. If you might be exposed to body fluids, then you might have to put on gloves. When I attend a birth, I don't wear gloves the whole time, but I do put gloves on if I'm going to clean up soiled linens, or when the birth is imminent and there's likely to be fluids, or if my client needs a little bit of help getting cleaned up, I put gloves on. Gloves protect you and your client. Now I carry a little Ziploc of gloves in my bag, in my doula bag. And that's a good idea to have several pairs. And to put gloves on, your hands have to be dry. It's really hard to get gloves on if your hands are wet. And you just put them on. I like large gloves when I'm working at births because I don't have to do any fine detail stuff, and gloves make your hands really super hot and sweaty. And then hot, sweaty gloves are hard to get off. If I was doing work that required, fine motor movement, I'd probably wear a small or medium size gloves. By the way, if you're working in a hospital or in a birth center where they have boxes of gloves, doulas are welcome to put gloves on. They want us to be safe. However, you're going to be working in people's homes too, so it's a good idea to get some gloves for yourself. Get latex-free gloves. A lot of people are sensitive to latex. Anyway, let's say your gloves are really dirty now. How do you take your gloves off? That sounds like a super obvious thing, doesn't it? But if you say your hands are dirty and you just take off this glove and then you use your hand to take off the other glove like this, now you've just contaminated your hand. The way to safely handle your own gloves is for dirty to touch dirty. So if your gloves were all soiled, you would pull them down like this. Okay, we don't want to put a dirty glove into a clean glove and run that on your skin. So dirty gloves, pull them down around here and just let them go inside out. So now your hand is touching the inside, the clean part of the glove, and then you use that to pull off the other glove. My hand has not touched anything on the outside, and then you just throw them in the garbage. Once you remove your gloves, wash your hands again. It's a good idea to keep 2 pairs of gloves on your body in your pocket at all times when you're working with clients. That way, if one of your hands is tied up and you can only get to the right pocket, you've got a glove there, and vice versa. Or if you were cleaning up, you had your gloves on and you were close to your client and they needed you right away and you had to do a quick glove change, you can do that if you've got 2 pairs. We never reuse gloves. Once you've used them, throw them out, get a clean pair. I hope that answers all your questions and more about hand hygiene. I'm Angie Evans from Birthways International.